Hello friends and welcome to YouTube channel Freedom Tech, and in this session what we are going to learn. In this session we are going to control the servo motor with the help of CSRT tracker OpenCV object tracking method. Okay, so before we move to our practical friends, if you learn something from our videos, please consider to subscribe our channel. Okay friends, thanks so much and let's get started. So friends, as I mentioned here, we are going to control the servo motor with the help of CSRT tracker OpenCV on Raspberry OS Bullseye 64-bit version. Okay, so first you need to install the OpenCV on Raspberry OS Bullseye 64-bit version. I have already created the video how to install OpenCV on Raspberry OS Bullseye. I will mention the video link, watch video and just install OpenCV. Then after installing the OpenCV, we need here one more package, which is OpenCV-contrib Python. So sudo space pip3 space install OpenCV-contrib Python and just hit enter. Okay, let me just a minute, I have make here a mistake. Python, just hit enter. Okay, so it will install OpenCV-contrib Python package on Raspberry OS Bullseye 64-bit version, which I have already installed. As you can see, the requirement is already satisfied. That's it. Now for today's session, I have created a repository tracker servo. I will mention the link. Go to the code, copy the link, and as we always do, we need to clone the repository. So sudo space git clone and paste the repository. Just hit enter the repository link and just hit enter. It will clone our repository. Now we need to change the owner. So sudo space chown space hyphen capital R space pi is the user, ship colon pi is the group, and we need to mention here our repository name, which is the tracker servo. Just hit enter. That's it. Now we have our repository. We successfully changed the owner. Now simply first I am going to show you how I have connect the servo motor with the Raspberry Pi 4. So this is what our repository. Inside that we have servo.png. so this is what our servo motor. Let me make zoom in here. So as you can see, this is the Tower Pro Micro Servo G9 SG90. Okay, this is the servo motor, and it has basically three color wires: the orange one, the red one, and the brown one. So brown one is for ground, red one is for the VCC, means the 5 volt, or we can say 3 volt. You can connect either with the 3 volt or you can connect with the 5 volt, and the orange one is basically the data pin. So brown, ground, red one power, and orange one is basically for the data pin. Okay, so this is the servo motor color code. Now we have here our Raspberry Pi 4 pins image. So as I mentioned, the brown one, okay, so the brown color wire, which is the ground wire, which I have connect with the ground. Okay, so 6 number, as you can see, the 6 number is the ground. So brown color wire, which I have connect with the 6 number pin, which is the ground of the Raspberry Pi 4. Okay, then the red color wire, which I have mentioned for VCC. So red color wire, which I have connect with the pin number 4. Okay, pin number 4 is 5 volt. Also I have mentioned you can connect with the 3 volt also. So 3 volt is basically pin number 1. So red color wire, which is the VCC for our servo motor, which I have connect with the pin number 4, which is the 5 volt. Okay, so I have connect the brown color wire, which is the ground wire for servo motor, pin number 6 ground, and the red color wire, which is the VCC pin, which is basically the power pin for servo motor, which I have connect with the pin number 4, which is the 5 volt power. Then the orange color pin of the servo motor, orange color wire, which I have connect with the Raspberry Pi 4, pin number 16, GPIO 23. Okay, so let me explain again how I have connect the servo motor with the Raspberry Pi 4. So brown color wire, which I have mentioned the ground, which I have connect with the Raspberry Pi 4 pin number 6. Then the red color wire, which I have connect with the Raspberry Pi 4 pin number 4, which is the 5 volt, and the orange color wire, which I have connected with the Raspberry Pi 4 pin number 16, which is the GPIO 23. So pin number 6, pin number 4 and pin number 16. This is how I have connect the servo motor with the Raspberry Pi 4. I hope you all clear. Now simple, we are going to open our tracker.py inside our Thonny Python IDE. Programming, Thonny Python IDE. I have already opened the tracker.py. I am going to close the file, go to the open, py, tracker servo and tracker.py. Click on OK. That's it. So first, as we always do, we need to create here import CV2, then from time import sleep, then import rpi.gpio as GPIO. This is how we need to import our GPIO pins. Then GPIO.setWarning false, then servo pin is just a variable, and we need to mention our GPIO pin. So as I mentioned, I have connect the servo motor with Raspberry Pi 4 pin number 16, GPIO pin number 23. Okay, so GPIO pin number 23, which we want to mention here. Then GPIO.setMode, GPIO.bcm, GPIO.setup, servo pin, then GPIO.out method, GPIO.out method. Okay, then PWM, GPIO.pwm, servo pin. This is the servo pin, and we need to set the GPIO PWM value. So PWM 50, we are going to start with 50. Then PWM start method, and we are going to start with 0, PWM start 0. Okay, so here as I mentioned, we are going to use here a CSRT tracker. So trdict CSRT, this is the tracker name, and we need to mention the tracker. So cv2.tracker CSRT create. Okay, then tracker is just a variable, and inside that we need to mention the trdict variable, and inside that we need to mention our CSRT tracker name. Okay, so this is the method for enabling the tracker. Then we need to select the object for our tracker, the CSRT tracker. For that, here we need to mention cap is equal to cv2.video capture. This is how we, as we always mention our USB web camera, or we can say we need to mention our camera. So cap is equal to cv2.video capture. This is the method, and inside that we need to mention the index value for our USB web camera, so 0. Okay, then read frame, and of course cap.read, the cap.read. This is how we read the frame. And then we need to resize our frame. So 640 is the width and 480 is the height. Then as I mentioned, we need to select the region of interest area, means the object. So we need to mention here BB is just a variable for selecting the region of interest area, and inside that we need to mention cv2.select ROI function, and inside that we need to pass our frame. Okay, so this is how we need to select first the object. Okay, so now if I start the code, I will show you. As you can see, select ROI method, and we have now frame, the freeze frame, and here we need to select our object. So right now in this scenario, I am going to select my face as an object. So you need to simply press the mouse button and select the ROI, means the select the object, and just hit enter. As you can see here, it says select ROI and then press space or enter button. So if I select the ROI, and now if I press the enter button, it's selecting my face as an object. If I move here, as you can see, it's tracking my face. Okay, so this is how first you need to select the ROI. Okay, now you can select any object. Okay, because we are going to use here a CSRT tracker, you can select any object. So now we have select our object ROI with the help of ROI function. Now simply we are going to initialize the tracker. So tracker is variable which basically represent our CSRT tracker. So tracker.init, and inside that we need to mention the frame and our object. So our object is now BB, so we need to pass the BB. Simple. Then we create here a function for our tracker. So function name is track, and inside that we need to pass our frame as an object, so img. So we initialize our tracker. Now we need to update our tracker. So for that we are going to mention here a two variable. First is success and another one is box, basically represent the points. Okay, so tracker dot update, and inside that we need to pass our object. So object is basically our frame, so img. Then if there is success, then we need here x, y, w, h coordinates. So box is basically, as I mentioned, inside that box we have all the coordinates. So we need to mention the box with the help of this method, int a for a in box. Okay, so now we will get x, y, w, h coordinates. Okay, now we have the x, y, w, h coordinates. Now simply we can draw the rectangle. Of course, with the help of x, y, w, h, we can also get the center point. So here first we need to draw the rectangle. So this is the method for drawing the rectangle. Okay, then we need here cx and cy. So x plus w divided by 2, we will get the cx. Then y plus h divided by 2, we will get the cy. So this is how we get the cx and cy point. This is the method. And then now we have the cx and cy. Simply we can draw the circle, means we can draw the center points at our object. Okay, so then we have now cx and cy. So we need to simply draw the line in between our object center point. So for that I have mentioned here a cv2 line method. Then again img object, we need to pass img, then cx 0, cx 480 is our height, then the color for the line and the thickness. That's it. Now if I start the code, object is my face, hit enter. And as I mentioned, we have our rectangle, we have our center point, and we have our line also. So if I go here, as you can see, rectangle, line and center point is also moving with me. Okay, so as I mentioned, you can track any object. So I am going to stop here a tracker, and I am going to start again the tracker, and this time we are going to track our mobile phone. As you can see, this is what the mobile phone. Just select the ROI, hit enter, and as you can see, we need to track again because it's mistrack. Okay, so this is what our object. Just hit enter. Now it's better. Okay, so if I move the mobile here, as you can see, it's tracking now mobile as an object. Okay, move slowly. Okay, move slowly because we you know we are working on the Raspberry Pi 4. Okay, but it's work perfect. As you can see, it's tracking now our mobile. So as I mentioned, you can track any object. Okay, simply you need to select the object with the help of select ROI method. Okay, so now we have the object. Now we need to move on our servo method. So here we mentioned PWM start 0. Now we need here a range for moving the servo. So the range for the servo is basically start from 1 and ends at the 10, or we can say 11 also. Okay, so 1 to 11 is the range for servo action. Okay, so somehow we need to create the range. So we have here a cx, and the cx is basically our center point, which always change when we move the object. Okay, so we can use our cx. So here I have mentioned a is int, inside that we have our cx, and divided by 65, then we will get the particular range. As you can see, inside the shell we have the range. Okay, so a is equal to int cx, our cx divided by 65. Then of course when the object is moving, cx is change, and it will automatically create the range because we divided by 65. Then we will get our range for our servo motor. Then simply we need to mention PWM start, and inside that we need to mention our a, because our a is now our range. Okay, so here I have printed the a. Now if I start again the code, select the object, hit enter, and as you can see, now my face is as a center, the range is 5, and of course I can see the servo is moving. So if I go here, you can see in shell the range is changed, it's now 1. If I go here, 5, 6, 7, 8, as you can see, now the range is 8, is 9. So of course servo will be moved with my face or any object. Okay, so this is how you can track any object and you can control the servo motor. Now what I am going to do, I am going to start my mobile camera and I am going to show you the real-time action. Okay, so this is how you can create the tracker, CSRT tracker, and you can set the range and you can control the servo motor. Okay, so now I am going to show you the real-time action. Okay, so friends, as you can see, I have started the tracker. It's tracking my face, and we have here our servo motor also. Okay, so if I go like this way, as you can see, servo is moving. If I go here, servo is moving. If I come at the center, servo is at the center, as you can see. If I go here, if I go again center, okay, as you can see, servo is moving. So this is how you can track any object and you can control servo motor movement with the help of CSRT tracker on Raspberry Pi 4 Raspbian OS Bullseye 64-bit version. I hope you will learn something from this video. We'll meet our next video. Till then, thank you, take care, and bye bye.